Dr. Dyson Ito, a scientist, finds a disembodied female cyborg with a complete human brain while scavenging for components in the enormous Iron City scrapyard in 2563. 300 years after a devastating battle known as the Fall obliterated the planet, Ito replaces the cyborg body with a fresh one, giving her the name Alita in honor of his late daughter. Alita awakens with no recollection of her background and instantly makes a friend in Hugo, a young man with aspirations of relocating to the prosperous sky city of Salem. She also encounters Ito's estranged ex-wife, Dr. Chiron. Later, Hugo introduces Alita to Motorball, a cyborg gladiator racing game that is similar to Rollerball. Hugo secretly plunders cyborgs for Vector, who runs the Motorball competition and is the de facto head of the factory, which oversees Iron City. Alita follows Ito one night. A group of Gruishka-led cyborg serial killers ambushes them. A lost combat technique for machine bodies called Panzerkunst is used by Alita to fight instinctively when Ito is hurt. She harms Gruishka, who retreats and kills two of the cyborgs. Ito discloses that he is a hunter-warrior and that the factory has employed him as a bounty hunter. Gruishka seeks assistance from Dr. Chiron, a Vector employee. Ito advises Alita against becoming a hunter-warrior despite her conviction that battling will enable her to retrace her steps in the past. She also encounters Ito's estranged ex-wife, Dr. Chiron. Later, Hugo introduces Alita to Motorball, a cyborg gladiator racing game that is similar to Rollerball. Hugo secretly plunders cyborgs for Vector, who runs the Motorball competition and is the de facto head of the factory, which oversees Iron City. Alita registers as a hunter-warrior out of frustration. She and Hugo are unable to find additional hunter-warriors at the Kansas bar to assist her in defeating Gruishka. When Alita challenges the bully cyborg hunter-warrior Zapan, she brutally beats him, setting off a chaotic bar brawl that lasts until Ito comes to step in. Unexpectedly, an enhanced Gruishka shows there and challenges Alita to a duel. He then reveals that Nova, the technocrat overlord of Salem, dispatched him to kill Alita. Gruishka harms Alita's body despite her fighting prowess, but Ito, Hugo, and hunter-warrior Dogmaster McTeague come and drive Gruishka away. Ito inserts Alita into the Berserker body after apologizing. Alita attends a Motorball tryout race for Hugo because she has fallen in love with him and wants to use the winnings to send him to Salem. Hugo decides to leave his illicit job as a result of his friendship with Alita. Hugo confronts his companion Tanji, but Zapan intervenes, murders Tanji, and then accuses Hugo of killing another cyborg. Alita abandons the race and locates Hugo just as Zapan does after he nearly escapes and calls for assistance. Zapan injures Hugo fatally. Dr. Chiron offers to save Hugo by connecting his severed head to Alita's life support system when she decides against working for Vector. Alita snatches Zapan's prized Damascus sword when he tries to stop her after spotting the ruse, leaving him with a disfigured face. Hugo's head is attached to a cybernetic body, and Ito tells Alita that Vector's promise to assist Hugo in getting to Salem was false. As a former resident of Salem who is now banished, Ito is adamant that Iron City residents cannot get to Salem without becoming a Motorball champion. Chiron has been taken for her organs, Vector tells Alita as she rushes the factory and confronts him. Gruishka is called by Vector, but Alita can easily kill him because to her new nanotech body. She coerces Nova into communicating with her via Vector. When Nova makes threats against Alita's pals, Vector is fatally impaled. Hugo having fled to reach Salem by climbing a shipping tube, Ito contacts Alita to inform her. When Alita gets up to him, she begs him to go back with her. He finally consents, but Nova throws a defense ring with serrated edges, shredding his body and knocking him off the tube. Alita catches him but is unable to lift him. Before he dies, Hugo praises Alita for saving him. Alita is a rising star in the Motorball competition months later. She swears revenge while pointing her plasma-charged blade toward Salem, while Nova smirks above and cheers her on.